Welcome Vikings to the T-10. It's going to be game today, DCL T-10, Warriors versus Vikings, and toss time. Heads. Heads. We'll bat first. Yeah. I'll good luck to Vikings.
Welcome everyone to the DCL T10 tournament 2023, where we've got the Vikings Cricket Club taking on the Virginia Warriors. Vikings winning the toss, deciding to bat first, and both their openers out in the middle, Sunny and Inayatullah Mia. Evening game, this underlines as the breeze is just picking up here at Oakmar at DCL Field 1 here in Oakton, Virginia. Virginia Warriors just making some changes to their field as we are about to get underway here. Umair Khan with the ball in hand. He'll be at the top of his mark. Sean Matthias behind the stumps with the gloves. And you have a look at the field. You've got a deep square leg and a deep third man, the two back for the Virginia Warriors here in the power play, the first 3 overs. So Umair just to make some last minute adjustments, making sure he's got the fielders exactly where he wants to, trying to get the VA Warriors off to a good start. And the first ball now, and that's just full on the pads. It's just going to be driven into the leg side, and they'll take a single. With that, Sunny is off the mark, and the Vikings are up and running. Wind really starting to blow hard here. Overcast conditions help the fast bowlers, especially with the wind. And that wind, it's going to go with the bowler. It's going towards the batsman. So from that far end over here towards the commentary end, that's the way our wind is blowing. So it's going to help the fast bowlers, especially these conditions, as that one's just flicked away off the pads past fine leg. Don't think it'll reach the boundary as the man at fine leg comes around, and he'll keep it to a few runs. So with that, Inayatullah, he'll be off the mark now. Picking up 3 runs there. And this time that's full outside off. Driven straight to the man at point. And deciding against the run, the 2 batsmen. He was looking for it at the non-strikers end was Inayatullah, but turned back by Sunny. And rightly so. That ball going straight to the fielder. No run on offer. Tapped away into the offside towards the covers region, and coming through for a quick single, the 2 batsmen. Khan here has done well in the power play over the last few games for the Warriors. The Vikings really needing a win in this game. The Warriors, though, on the other hand, have arguably been the best side of the tournament till now. So it'll be interesting to see the strategy here from the Vikings in the power play. Final ball of the first coming up now. And it's just going to be a swing and a miss, so or a wide in fact. Definitely not happy with that, nor is the bowler, but he'll have to re-bowl it, so still one ball to win the over. The end, so 6 coming from the first, 6 for no loss are the Vikings. Second over will be Jaskaran Malhotra, the US international. So we're seeing spin here in the power from the Virginia Warriors. That's a really good delivery to start off. Coming in right arm around, so angling it away. The right side, Sunny. There. Malhotra he's been very economical across leagues. More so for his batting bow, where he hit 6 sixes in one over. That was against Papua New Guinea some time back, but we'll see him bat a bit later. Right now with the ball though. Another excellent delivery here. Good work behind the stumps. So a few dots to start this over off. Bowling well here, really not allowing Sun to get it in his arc. Oh, and outside edge, and it's going to run away towards the boundary. Just about gets there as well. So a boundary it is now, the first one of this game, and it's come off the bat of Sunny and an outside edge right past the keeper. And now with that outside edge, we can see that a slip has been put in place. Ritwik Behra, another US international. 2 balls to go in the over. And it's going to be another swing and a miss there. Just a slip. Another excellent delivery on the stumps. And just defend it into the offside. So with that, it'll be the end of the over. Just 4 from it. And after 2, 10 loss for the Vikings. Umair, final over in the power play, as we've seen him do many times. This one was tapped away into the offside. Overthrow well as it's gone past the fielder backing up. And they'll come back for another. So a couple of runs from that. And that's gone up in the air. Short of mid on though. On the bounce too. Come through for another single. And that's gone up in the air. On the point. Just coming through for a single. The 2 batsmen. Final over for the power play. This is with the field restrictions. A deep third man and deep square leg. The 2 men back. With balls to go. Swing and a miss that. So Umair continuing to bowl well here. He's been going at a run of all. Couple of deliveries to go from today. We'll see if he can pick up a wicket here in these last 2. On the top edge to the keeper. And there's the wicket we were just saying. How he very much deserved that in Umair Khan. He has a draw first blood here for the Virginia Warriors. 1 down now. On Vikings 14 for 1 in the power play. And the Warriors, they'd be very happy with that. Going in short there. A bit extra bounce from Umair. Flying through to keeper Rashawn Matthias. He takes the good catch. And with that, Inayatullah will have to go. Run a ball 6 for him. And the Virginia Warriors, they've got to start exactly as they would have wanted. Vikings on the other hand, winning the toss, deciding to bat first. Not how they would have wanted their innings to pan out. Here at the end of the power play. 1 ball to go in. But this has been a good over from Umair. Just 4 runs and a wicket from it. We'll see if he can finish it off well. And just not quite getting his run up right. Ajay, batsman. In at number 3. And this time just down the leg side and so wide. So once again, he'll just have to re-bowl it. Just 1 more ball Umair has left in his.
Excuse me. You have to leave the field, please. You have to leave the field, please. Thank you.
Mare now back at the one just up in the air for a while as they race across for a quick single. And Ajay with that, he'll be off the mark. He'll retain strike as well. And at the end of 3, power play done, 16 for 1 of the Vikings. Now Jaskaran continuing as well. His first over, none for 4. As he's just moved square cover. It's a good decision when he's angling it across the new batsman. He's got a safe place as well. As that one's just guided towards backward point. And they'll come through for a single. We have a look at the fielders out. You've got a deep third man on the offside. And the onside, there's a long on and a deep. The 2 men back. So 3 fielders at the moment outside the circle. And this one's just driven towards covers. And a bit of an overthrow as well. And they'll pick up an extra run from it. So we've seen a couple of overthrows today from the Warriors. That off has been pushed back well to the boundaries. That's gone up in the air. Cries of catch it. Deep mid wicket though falls well short. Single from that. Three balls left for Malhotra here. This one a bit down the leg side, just defended away, though it was on leg stump. And now the deep third man being brought in, and point has been pushed back to the boundary as Malhotra comes over the wicket now. Moves on. This one to a Viking leg region. And they want the second. Making it at the end as well. Quite comfortable. Up to 22 now with that the score. So final ball from Malhotra now. And that's just going to be it down the ground. Malhotra himself going after it, looking for that second. Decide again in the end though. And so with that, it'll be the end of 4 overs, 23 for 1 for the Vikings. Junaid Nadir now being introduced into the attack. So with Junaid, the Warriors continuing with spin here.
Helmet is mandatory. Helmet mandatory. Helmet mandatory. Helmet mandatory.
It's Madhu rather who's introduced into the attack, but spin nevertheless. And start off with one just a bit shortish on the pads and just nudged away, and that's going to be run out as well. So looking for that extra run there, the two batsmen definitely not on offer as the keeper throws it back, and you were done there by the wicket appears at the stumps. So the second one now falling for the Vikings, and they're not looking toward it, going less than run a ball here in a T10 game. The VA Warriors, they have quite the explosive batting lineup to come, so they will really need a big finisher from here. Will the Vikings? No, this time short onto the back foot, just hit away vacant fine leg region. Picking up another couple of runs, Pavan, with that off the mark. I'm going for the big shot. Are a couple of fielders out in the deep. They're not able to get to it. So on the bounce to them, and just a single taken, getting Sunny back on strike. This time, another excellent, just beating the batsman. Good work behind the stumps, but the batsman in his crease. This one straight to the man at short covers. So just the dot ball, and a good over this is turning out to be from Madhu. Just 4 and a wicket from it. A wicket that ran out though. One more remaining now as he's lofted that one in the air. Deep covers, oh, put down. Running in there, he got there, did the hard part, but just not able to hang on. And so it'll just be the single finish off Sunny with that. He'll retain strike, and after 28 for 2, are the Vikings. Gotham Mediconda now into the attack. On a swing and a miss to start off, signaled wide by the umpire. Deep covers, long off, the two back on the offside. Well, there's long on, deep mid wicket and deep square leg. The three on the leg side with 5 fielders allowed outside the circle. As that one's just going to be a down round. And rolls out towards long on, just sticking to the single, the two batsmen. That's second run 4, but not. Another swing and a miss here. And the Vikings, halfway through their innings, they're at just over halfway. And with the batting order the Warriors have, they really need to try and get to that 70-80 run mark at least. And that would be hard to do. Swing and a miss there. Once again, an appeal there from a few fielders, but I'm not interested. And now a couple more balls to go in this Gotham over. And now third man's been sent back, square leg brought in. Oh, and this is it down the ground. Long off, coming around underneath it, and he'll take the catch.
Good catch.
So there's the wicket now. Gotham is amongst them, and the third one falling for the Vikings. Thirty-one for 3 with a ball to go in the sixth. And really not looking good in Vikings. Just as the partnership starts to build, even a small one, the Virginia Warriors finding a way to get a wicket. One ball to now go in the
Headlights.
So Saif now, the new man, he's got one ball to face in this Gotham over. And that's just going to be guided towards the point. It's a single in. Seth, he's off the mark. He'll begin striking after 6. 30 for 3 for the Vikings. Now into the attack. Just going to be flicked away. Won't reach the boundary. And just a couple of runs the 2 batsmen will come back for. A swing and a miss now. And this time it's gone up here, deep mid wicket. On the bounce to him though. And just sticking to the single, the 2 batsmen.
Good throw, man.
Junaid now going a bit fuller and just a swing and a miss. Outside off from Bhavan. Both batsmen are run a ball 4 there on. Couple balls to go in the 7th. And after this, just a couple more balls to go. But after this, with 3 overs left, really got to start attacking. And just 35 they have on the board. Excellent Yorker. Just nudged out towards mid wicket. And they'll just take the single from it. Just 4 from it with the ball to go. And that's another really good Yorker, just carved words off. And just another single. Safe with that retaining strike, and after 7, 37 for 3 are the Vikings. 3 overs to innings. And this time that's gone up in the air. Long on. A couple of bounces out to him. Just taking 2 single. Got them here, continuing 1 for 4 off his first. And just the single Saif is able to pick up. This time that's just carved out towards deep third man, and it's going to beat him actually. So a boundary now off the bat of Pavan, much needed. As with that the score moves into the 40s for the Vikings. It's a good Yorker, that a wide Yorker, and he just squeezed it out. He had the deep third man in place to him, so the plan was set there. But just going past him with that deep third man being quite fine. And now moved just a bit squarer. And just a swing miss here from Pavan, as Gautam just pulls his length back a bit. Continuing to go with that wide line. And now deep covers has been moved towards deep point. So perhaps going just a bit shorter. Just continuing there. Very similar delivery to the last one. And another swing and a miss here from Pavan. And he's coming back well after that boundary has got them. 2 more balls still to go in the 8th. Up in the air. Out towards deep covers, and it's gonna beat him. Just moved. 2 is left, a couple of balls earlier. And this one just going past his right. So some excellent placement here from Pavan as he's gonna pick up a bounce. Second in the over now. And this is turning out to be an expensive one. The biggest this inning. 9 from it with the ball to go. And this time, full toss. Just hit out the man in the deep. They've got the single, looking for the second. And they'll get it quite in the end well. So at the end of the over, and after 8, 48 for 3 of the Vikings. Lights really taking full effect here at the DCL field here in Oakton, Virginia. This is evening T10 game. And Junaid continuing, none for 5 off his first. Into Steph now. Oh, and is that an edge? And it is the fingers up, and so the 4th wicket now falling for the Vikings as Junaid picks up his first. And Steph now run a ball 6 he goes for. Junaid amongst the wickets, another edge just flying to the keeper. And Sean once again behind doing well to hold on to it, a regular catch. So 48 for now with 11 balls to go in the innings. And now a new batsman comes in. Always harder for a new batsman. Come in with just a few deliveries to go, but also on this pitch, which is a pitch where you can score runs. Played a lot of cricket here. Krishna man in for the Vikings. So Krishnakant now on strike facing Junaid for his first delivery. Oh, and that's just going to be an outside edge. Flies out towards deep third man who does well. And just coming through for the single with that. He'll be off the mark. Now just a few changes being made. Deep square rod in. Deep mid wicket. Square leg. As this is going to be driven through the cover point region. Picking up some runs from that. Or the Vikings a couple of runs with that. The 50 coming up for them. 51 for 4 now. In 8.3 overs. They've really got to get going. Pavan on strike. He's the set batsman. Has got a couple of boundaries, belts 17 off 12. Can't do much with that though. A good Yorker just out towards short mid wicket and the single taken. So 2 balls to go here now for Krishnakant, and I think he's really just got to stick for the fence on these two because Pavan, he said you want him facing the majority of the deliveries in that final over. Yeah, just a swing and a miss. Not getting in line with that ball, looking to play across the line rather. And just one more delivery remaining in this ultimate over. Just gone for just 4 and so Junaid, he's been excellent today. Can he finish this off well? His final ball of the game. And that's just going to be squeezed out towards deep point. And they've gotten a single. And they'll get the second as well. So some good running there. And a couple of runs to finish this over off. 6 and a wicket from it. Junaid, he ends his spell today. 2 overs, 1 for 11. And after 9, 54 for 4 of the Vikings. 1 over. Now for the final over, Ritwik Behra being brought into the attack. Oh, and that's a top edge over the keeper, just towards third man. I'll just pick up the single. Will the 2 batsmen? That gets Krishnakant back on strike. 3 off 5. He's on. He's really got to get going here. Just 5 more balls left in the innings. And a swing and a miss. Signalled a wide by the umpire. And the Warriors not happy with that. Oh, and this time that's gone up in the air. Long on. Falls well short and they want the second. Seems they'll get it quite comfortably in the end as well. So a couple of runs they've picked up. 4 off the first 2 balls from this over. On to 58 now. Can they clear 65, the Vikings? 7 away. Oh, and a swing and a miss. Just looking to open up, access the leg side. But Ritwik is angling it across Krishnakant. Really making it difficult. We saw Malhotra do that earlier today. In his first over especially. This time he'll connect on it. Long on, coming around. On the bounce to him though once again. I'm just settling for the single and that'll get well set. Pavan on to strike. 19 off 14 he's on. Two balls remain in the game now. Or in the innings rather. This time it's across onto the offside. And past deep like that. And it's going to run away into the boundary as well. Put in the effort, running to his right, a bit forward as well. Put in the dive. But just through his hands there. 1 bounce into the ropes for 4. So with that, up to 63 now is the score for the Vikings, with 1 ball to go in the innings. And this time, squeeze towards point. With that, it'll be the end of the innings. So 10 overs done for the Vikings. 64 for 4 they're at. Which means that the Virginia Warriors Right, so welcome back everyone to the second half now. As the VA Warriors requiring 65 to win in the first one. Over deep mid-wicket. So a boundary to start off. for Jaskaran Malhotra, the US international. And Krishna Kant and the Vikings under some pressure from the get-go. Both these openers very hard-hitting batsmen. Malhotra on strike, Ritwik Behra at the non-striker's end. Both very experienced US internationals. And this time over the offside. And runs away into the boundary as well. So looking to finish this off quickly here is Jaskaran and the Warriors. With a couple of boundaries to start the game off. Both times Krishna Kant going a bit too short, and Malhotra not one to miss out on that, especially in the power play with the field restrictions. Now deep third man's being brought in, point sent back. And just leaving this one alone. Angling across Malhotra. Less than a runner ball needed now, so pressure very much on the Vikings. Need to try and pick up a couple of early wickets, as this one's just a short third man. And they'll pick up a single. Some smart batting this is. They've gotten the runs from the over. Just looking to now just tap the ball around, looking for those singles and twos. Gets Ritwik on to strike. Young player here from the DMV area. Just 19 years of age, already represented the US at the international level. And someone we'll see a lot more of in the future. Final ball of the first coming up now. And this time that's gone straight to the man it covers. And there's the first wicket. Ritwik Behra gone for a second ball duck. And that is a huge breakthrough for the Vikings. Would have been a wide had he left it alone, went for it, and ends up hitting it straight to the man it covers, who takes a good catch. So 9 for 1 now at the end of one are the VA Warriors, with Behra having to go without scoring. So we're just saying how Vikings need those early wickets to stay in this game, and that's exactly what they've picked up. A big one that. There's now Umair Khan. Strides out to the middle, joining Malhotra. Umair bowled well in the power play today, now with the bat in hand. But for now it'll be Malhotra on strike, with the change at the end of the over. This one just defended right back to the ball of that. An excellent delivery to start off right on the pads. Very full, almost at Yorker length. Akib, the new man, into the attack. And this is once again full and is driven towards a wideish mid-off. Just leaving that one alone and signal a wide. Warriors still take that. Now that single a couple of deliveries ago, they went into double digits. Now 11 for 1. Swing and a miss now. This time Omer, the man on strike. And this time just a full toss towards covers and just scampering across for that single. So a couple of deliveries remaining in this Akib over. And this time that's short over the infield on the offside. And running away towards the boundary. Won't get there though, as those two fielders chase it down, but just coming back for a couple of runs out of the batsman. Final ball of the second now coming up. And steps down the track. He's hit that well over mid-off as Malhotra. And he'll pick up a maximum as well, the first of the innings. And an excellent way to finish off the second over. It had been a good one till then, just 5 from it. But that maximum just spoiling the figures of Akib, as that over goes for 11. And after 2, 20 for 1 are VA Warriors. Another 45 needed to win. Krishna Gandha continuing as this one's driven. Just for the single. And with that, Malhotra coming back onto strike, the final over of the power play this is. And he's someone who's definitely going to want to look to maximize that. Once again, stepping down the track and just drives it. Not quite reaching the boundary. Single. Omer quick to get back to that second as well. Managed to through a vacant mid-wicket region. Just to the man and another couple of runs. Which these two will take less than run a ball. So this is really all. And this time goes for that big shot. There is a man out in the deep, but it's gonna go over him, and so a maximum. Now another one from Malhotra, his second in the game, and races off to 28 from just 11. So he's definitely looking to finish this game off in a hurry. Perhaps net run rate is also what Virginia Warriors have in the back of their mind. Again, stepping down the track. But deep mid, just keeping it to a couple of runs. So 13 this over on for with the one ball to go from Krishnakant. And it's just going to be a down the ground, past mid-off, and a boundary to finish the over off. So 17 come from it, and after 37 for 1 are the VA Warriors at the end of the power play. Just another 28 needed now. Ramesh now into the attack. Into Omer. He's going to hit this one down the ground. Long ons there, but it's going to go well over him. And so maximum for Omer. He's seen Malhotra do it at the other end. And now getting a chance. Decides to greet Ramesh to the attack at that. Going way too full and having to pay the price. Omer very strong for anything on the stumps. And this time just keeping it outside off. That's much better there. Outside of his arc. He's deciding to leave this one alone as wide is signalled by the umpire. Vikings now, it'll take a lot to even have a shot in this game. Just another 21 needed. And the Warriors have put quite the batting lineup to come even after this. And this time that's it down the ground. There is a man out in the deep. But drops that catch. Straight to him there. Caught there, but just bursting right through his hands. And so just a single will take. And getting Jaskaran back onto strike. This time a full. There is a man out in the deep. And he'll take the catch as well. Just bounce out his hands, but hold on in the end. And the hard-hitting Jaskaran Malhotra, he'll have to walk back. He's done his job, 34 from just 14. And Vikings, something for them. Second wicket. They'll celebrate that. Ramesh, just one more ball remaining now in his first over. He's picked up that big wicket of Jaskaran Malhotra. Sean Matthias striding out to the middle. He goes inside out first ball. But just to the man in the deep, they'll take a single. With that, he'll get off the mark. Routine strike as well for the next over. 4 down, 46 for 2 of the Warriors, with another 19 needed. A new bowler for the Vikings, Seth into the attack. And a swing and a miss to start the over off. And this time, just short of covers that. Luke got it. Just hitting it a bit aerial and dashing across for that quick single. That's another delivery, goes outside off and just driven out towards the man in the deep. And comfortably coming back for another couple of runs. So some good running from these two. To signal the wide that, moving away from the batsman. It's just another 15 meters. That wide brings up the 50 for the Warriors. Past the outside edge, that's an excellent delivery from Seth. Beating Omer. One past short mid wicket. A couple of fielders converge out in the deep. And just a single they'll pick up from that. So that brings Matthias on strike to face the final ball of the 5th. This time going short, pulled away over square leg. And races away into the boundary for 4. So Matthias now picks up his first boundary of the game, and an excellent way to end the over off, 9 from it. And after 5, 55 for 2 of the Warriors, another 10 runs needed. Now a new bowler here, Inayatullah Mia, introduced into the attack. Starts off with one down the leg side. So now just 9 more needed. And a swing and a miss there from Omer. Looking to just play it across the line. Another short delivery appeal there, but nothing on it from Omer. And this time just hitting it straight down the ground. The long ball comes around, just keeping it to the single. And that gets on to strike. Just gone for a couple of runs this over off the first 3 deliveries. And this time flicked away. Went down at square leg there. Should have been taken straight to him. As they'll come across for a single, the 2 batsmen. And this one just tapped away towards point. Running across for the single. Now just 1 it away are the Warriors. Just another 6 needed. 1 ball to go in this Inayatullah over. And this one right past with the inside edge and the stumps. time, he's gotten an edge on it, Omer, so he'll have to walk back. And just a wicket here for the Vikings, something to smile about. This game, though, seems just out of their reach. Another 6 needed. That's all that the Warriors need. Still plenty of wickets in hand. They've got 7 to 23 balls remaining as well. But for the time being, Omer, he'll have to walk off. Pretty good knock from him, but not able to see the side through. And this one's just gonna be driven away straight to mid-off, just the dot ball. And this one, a good Yorker just out towards square leg, and a bit of a misfield allows the easy single in the end. Tariq, the new batsman, will get off the mark with that. And this time he's gone over the mid-wicket region, and it's gonna beat the man out in the deep as well. Running away, doesn't quite reach the boundary, and they're gonna come back for that 3rd run. So just 2 more runs needed now for the Virginia Warriors. All they require to get a couple of points here today. Oh, this time wrapped on the pads, appeal. The umpire, though, not interested in. They'll scamper across for a single. With that, scores are level. Just 1 more needed to win here now, VA Warriors. Oh, and that's going to be driven away. And with that, the Virginia Warriors, they'll take this game, a 7-wicket victory for them, with 3 overs still remaining, and they'll gain a couple of important points here against the Vikings. A comprehensive performance from them. First off, restricting the Vikings to just 64 for 4 in their 10 overs. Bowling and fielding well throughout the innings, and now with the bat. First, Jaskaran Malhotra led the charge after Ritwik got out early. And then Umair Khan coming in. He played well, but then in the end, Sean and Tariq seeing the Warriors through to the end, as they'll gain a couple